Hey everybody, this is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Today we're going to get into 1792. Are you ready? Get ready. Hey everybody, this is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Thank you for joining me. Now imagine the scenario. You're in the liquor store, you're standing in front of a shelf full of 1792s, and you're not sure which one you should pick. Alright, so I'm going to taste them all for you and let you know which one I think is the best. And I'm doing a warm-up glass with the Kirkland Signature Bottled in Bond because it's made by Barton. 100 proof, bottled in bond. Because I always like to have a warm-up glass before I do a blind. Let me know where 100 proof is at. Get something that's not too strong, not too crazy. And just pour a nice warm-up drink in my wisdom glass. Something to acclimate the palate. Now on the table, I've got the small batch. The small batch is the most readily available. You can't do a 1792 blind without it, and it comes in at 93.7 proof. Next up, we've got the Bottled in Bond, and of course, the Bottled in Bond comes in at 100 proof. Then we've got the single barrel. The single barrel comes in at 98.6. And aged 12 years is 96.6. Now I haven't even tried the 12-year or the single barrel yet myself. I just found those at Liquor and Liquor in Tacoma because if I can't find something on base, which is where I do most of my shopping because I get to avoid the Washington State sales tax, I go to Liquor and Liquor because they always surprise me with the great stuff they have. So if you're around in the west side of Tacoma, check them out. So I'm going to crack these open. Pour them in the glasses, mix them all up, and try them to see which one I like best. Are you ready? Let's go. Thank you, Turninator. You outdid yourself. Alright, so I'm going to start with the glass number one. I might not even need to make any notes, since all I'm doing is trying to figure out which one I like best. I got fruits and vanilla. It's like a yogurt. That smells delicious. This one has darker berries, almost like blackberries and blueberries. Still a lot of vanilla, but the fruits are definitely different in this one than the first one. Alright, nose on glass three. Yeah, I swear this one has more yellow fruits. More like mangoes and bananas and softer, sweeter fruits and a little bit more honey. Alright, moving on to glass four. Where I smell more wood and caramel and brown sugar type regular bourbon notes in this one. So out of the four, I think glass four definitely smells different than the other three. The other three are really similar. I mean, this is still similar. There's still lots of fruits and vanilla, but there's a woody, dark richness that you find in most typical bourbons that you don't really get in the other three. That smells good. Alright, order of nose, I'd have to say goes 2 and 4 are really close. And 1 and 3 are really close right below them. Alright, let's get into the palate. Glass one. Cheers. First thing I wanted to say was Honey Nut Cheerios. Weird. Honey, baking spices, a little bit of like grain. You know, malt and stuff. Just had a real cereal vibe to it. I don't know what that was. But it is good. I really like it. Rinse out. Always drink water. Always. Alright, glass two. Glass 2 is definitely more drying than Glass 1. It has a stronger finish than Glass 1. There's more bitterness on the tail end. But those sweet, red and purple berries that I was describing on the nose are there in the front of the palate. Glass 2 has more of an impact. That's how I describe it. It's more impactful than Glass 1. Glass 1 is just easy sipping, watch a movie. Glass 2 is more attention grabbing, like you're drinking it on purpose. I like it. Glass 3. I want to say like a honey graham cracker. It's got a lot of sweetness. It's kind of rich, but not really rich. It's just like new money rich or mediocre rich. It's upper middle class. It does have a nice mouth coat and it feels good on the palate. There's not as much finish as there was in Glass 2, but I want to say there was more than in Glass 1. I'm going to have to side by side 3 with 1. But it's definitely good. Moving on to Glass 4. This was the standout in the nose category. See if it is on the palate. Cheers. Yeah, this one definitely tastes different on the palate than the other 3. It's darker, it's richer, there's more barrel char. If you like heavier bourbons, like stronger, more deep and complex bourbons, then number 4 is definitely the one to go with. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to have to do a little bit of side by side real quick. Alright, so I had to do a little bit of side by side with 1 and 3 to see where I ranked those. Because I already kind of alluded to you already how I felt about these. I would say if you're looking for something deeper, darker, complex that has more to it, go with Glass number 4. If you're looking for something with a little less barrel char, a little bit less dark, deep, and complex, but still has some good complexity, but on a little bit lighter side of the spectrum, that's really tasty, I would go with Glass number 2. Now doing side by side with Glasses 1 and 3, 3 stood out to me as the better one of the 2. And so I would put Glass number 1 in last place, Glass number 3 in third place, 2 and 4 depending on what kind of mood you're in. Go with Glass number 2 if you want something that you can just drink and enjoy. Go with Glass number 4 if you like them really deep and complex. So the big reveal, in last place was the small batch. That makes sense. In third place was Bottled and Bond. I thought that was going to be second place because I really like the Bottled and Bond. But second place was actually the single barrel. So just out of curiosity, quick question for you. I just got this 1972 single barrel and I noticed on the bottle it does not list the barrel serial number. And almost every other single barrel offering that I have lists the barrel serial number except for my E.H. Taylor single barrel. So I'm curious, all of you out there watching, do you have any single barrels that also do not list the barrel serial number? Or have you noticed that your 1792 single barrel and or E.H. Taylor single barrel are the only ones that you own that don't list their serial number? I just think that's interesting. Good conversation. If you hadn't noticed that before, or if you've identified other bottles that don't list the single barrel number, just because I think it's interesting conversation. But so there you go. Number 2 is the single barrel. And that puts the 12 year as the deep, dark, complex, has more barrel char, has more complexity to it, has a lot of notes that the other ones just don't offer. Alright, I hope you guys liked my review of the 1792 lineup. Please like, comment, and subscribe. They just mix them all together. See how it tastes when they're all combined. And for your bad bourbon joke, I thought if you had an air freshener that operated off of mind control, like if you walk in the room and think it stinks, all of a sudden it sprays the air freshener making it smell good. I thought that would be a great invention. It makes sense when you think about it. Not bad. Not bad. Thanks for watching. Remember, earn, protect, enjoy. Cheers.